All right, we're doing a one-taker, and it's just past midnight that I'm shooting this. But Tampa Bay taking a 3-0 series lead with a 6-3 victory over the Montreal Canadiens in the Stanley Cup Final. And now the Habs have to try to accomplish something that only the Leafs have, and that is coming back from a 3-0 series deficit in the Stanley Cup Final, and it happened all the way back in 1942. And I think I read today there was a little asterisk about it where Detroit didn't have their head coach for the 4 games in a row that they lost because he got into a fist fight or something. I don't know, I didn't bother looking it up because that was in 42. All that matters is 2021. The Montreal Canadiens hosting their first Stanley Cup Final game in Montreal in over 10,000 days. Imagine a drought that long. It's a Leaf joke. Did you like the humor? Montreal having their worst start of a game in the series, maybe in the playoffs. There was a bit of a botched icing during the live stream. I thought it should have been an icing, but it wasn't. I thought it should have been waved off. Then, Habs in their own zone. Josh Anderson loses a couple puck battles. It makes its way to Jan Ruda. Now, the only reason I'm doing any editing at all in this video, I'm not doing another take, but I need to put screen caps because everyone is dumping on Carey Price. He's got a sub 900 save percentage in this series. First of all, it's been 3 games. That's a terrible sample size. And well, okay, it's a playoff series. All you get is a small playoff size. All right, fair enough. But if you're gonna blame Carey Price for a goal, make sure he's earned it. This is the Jan Ruda goal, which granted looks pedestrian for a Carey Price goal, but he cannot see the thing. I said this in the first round. You take away Carey Price's eyes. If he cannot see the puck, he is just some other goalie. So, okay, Tampa gets the lead early. Montreal, they only get 1 goal in the first 2 games. Surely they're going to get more than 1 here. They're at home ice advantage and all that. Eric Stahl, puck over the glass. Oh my goodness. But it's okay. Montreal's amazing penalty kill has got it. We're not going to stop 30 straight penalties. You're not going to stop 30 straight power plays all the time. Victor Hedman blasts it. Again, Carey Price has got to have that, right? Right? Let's give Anthony Cirelli some credit here. Again, the front of the net is right there. It's for the taking. Take away Carey Price's eyes, and he's just some other guy. And Tampa is up 2-0 early. They're going to run away with this one, right? Well, wrong. Philip Deneau entering the chat. Finally deciding, you know what? I'm going to score a goal in the Stanley Cup playoffs. He has Brendan Gallagher on a partial 2-on-1. He made the right decision to not pass to him. Look at all the net Andrei Vasilevsky is giving him. And a big reason why he does that is because Gallagher is an option. He's a threat. He's a decoy. And the Montreal Canadiens head to intermission, losing. They're down 2-1. But that is a winnable game. Surely they're going to come out in the second period, having played so well to end the first period, with their best hockey. Wrong. 2-0. Does this look bad to you? Looks bad to me. Let's blame that on Carey Price. Not sure I would. Andre Palat over to Nikita Kucherov. He buries it. All right. Well, there's no way they make that mistake again. 2-on-1. Mere seconds later. A funny bounce off a Matthew Joseph rebound. Tyler Johnson buries it. Now, if you want to blame that one on Price, you go right ahead. But again, it's a 2-on-1. And you cannot take a timeout. That would have been an ideal time to take a timeout, but they had already taken it after going down 2-0. And I don't even blame Dominic Ducharme for that one. I think what we're coming up with, guys, is Tampa Bay is extremely, extremely good. I wish I could dump on the Habs more. I'm sure there's some anger out there. Let's talk about how these guys screwed up. They wrecked a perfect opportunity. They got lost in the moment. They got swallowed by the pressure. Maybe there's some of that. I don't think Price allowed a goal as bad as the one Nick Suzuki scored on Andrei Vasilevsky to make it 4-2. And I didn't hear anybody dumping on him for that. It was a great combination of Montreal simply not being ready to play at the beginning of 2 consecutive periods of the Stanley Cup Final, and Tampa Bay executing and executing and executing. Third period, they get the 5th goal. Corey Perry scores. It's not over. And then the giveaway. Again, the giveaway. There was a giveaway on the 5th goal. That momentary pause there was me forgetting. It was Gustafson giving it away, allowing Tyler Johnson to score the 5th goal. Corey Perry gets one. Hey, we're back in this. And then there's another giveaway. Cole Caulfield and Jeff Petrie get their lines crossed. And Tampa Bay did not allow Montreal to cross that center ice line. They just didn't allow it. And instead of doing that metapod, harden, just defense, Tampa Bay kept attacking and attacking and attacking. And all I know is this, Game 4, which isn't until Monday, somehow, the Stanley Cup final finally returns to Canada, and we don't have any weekend games. Someone please explain that to me. Someone please make it make sense. But on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, when that game starts in Montreal, the Stanley Cup will be in the building. And really, that's all you need to know. I already told you, Montreal needs to become the first team since the 1942 Leafs to come back from a 3-0 deficit in the Stanley Cup final. Now, there have been far more recent instances of teams overcoming a 3-0 series deficit to win. Philly overcoming a 3-0 series deficit over Boston in 2010 comes to mind. In fact, Boston blew the 3-0 lead and then in Game 7 blew a 3-0 lead and Philly ended up winning. Boston ended up crushing them in a 4-game sweep the next year en route to a Stanley Cup, so we forget about it, but it did happen. A team not so lucky. The San Jose Sharks up 3-0 on the LA Kings in 2014. They blow it. Games 4, 5, 6, and 7. The Kings go on to win the Stanley Cup, beating the New York Rangers, who beat the Montreal Canadiens, who had a real shot at the Stanley Cup final, and the only reason is because Carey Price wasn't there. Boy, does this seem to be a theme throughout the years. Carey Price, the reliance on Carey Price. Heading into this game, Montreal had 1 goal in Game 1, 1 goal in Game 2. And Corey Perry, I don't think, gets that 5-3 goal if the game is not already out of hand. So, Montreal is more than Carey Price, or at least that's what they're going to have to be if they have any shot of winning Game 4. Habs fans, let go of the idea of winning the series, let go of the idea of winning the Cup. It's just about Game 4. Take it one game at a time. And if you're the Montreal Canadiens, for goodness sakes, take it one shift at a time so you don't allow a 2-0 or a 2-1 on home ice in the Stanley Cup final. I didn't want to make a one-taker, but I had to do something in the morning, so this is what we're going to have to do. There is a brand new podcast up as well on the Steve Dangle Podcast YouTube channel. That's the SDPN YouTube channel. Please check that out. But right now, we wait. We wait the entire weekend to see what happens in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup final between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Montreal Canadiens. The Stanley Cup, as I said before, will be in the building. That is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends in case you didn't get it the first time. On Monday, the Stanley Cup will be in the building.